You know when they talk about culture vulture, yeah? Now, I'm being serious, like, because I don't really use that word, but Khalid, to me, like, you have zero integrity. You have zero that's your direct people. Like, you, all this thing that you believe you are, you have nothing to do with Yard. I don't care how much songs you make with them, man. You've got nothing to do with Yard. You got nothing to do with FBA. Nothing. You're just a man who's found a lane. Yeah. And don't get it twisted. You put out a couple hits and that. You're a funny character and that. It's all funny and that. But how are you watching your people and just get completely slaughtered? And you haven't even said not even one word of support. That's why man like Bilal and that will always have my respect. Yeah. Any man who speaks up for his people will always have my respect. Always. Khalid, he hasn't said nothing. And people I've heard people say, well, why should he say something? Are you crazy? That's his people. That's his brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Like, you could listen. I don't get it. I must just be different. But I couldn't be living in no big mansion, eating good every day. My kids are happy, and all my people are just completely suffering. Come on, man. That don't make sense. That don't make sense at all. And it's not even like to say you don't mingle with the culture. You've made it clear throughout your career that that's your people, and you don't speak. He should be called out for that.
Why do you think he isn't called out, sibling?
He is called out by the people. Aisha said Khalid can't speak. He's signed to a label owned by. He could still. Aisha, I honestly, I hear what you're saying, but I don't believe that. I think he could say some words of encouragement to his people. And even if you're signed to a label and your people are being slaughtered and you can't send words of encouragement to your people, you're the worst kind of person anyway.
Come on.
That's your people. That's your place. Listen, that is your people, meaning that's the factory for your, that's the factory of your people.
So Mark, so without his people, he wouldn't be here, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Just like in Yard, like, think about it, people, like a lot of us, our generation, when things are going on in Yard, you always hear our parents, yo, there was a flood, or yo, there was this, because they're worried about the people there. This is what we talk about, the connection between here and back home. Most men have lost it.
Yes.
But there's a connection when things are going on. We like to know that those people are good because it's our people. Whether you're disconnected or not, it's people it's our people. Just because we made a trip 8 hours, it doesn't mean that, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that then we're completely disconnected. We're not. So I'm saying that a man's always, what does Marcus Garvey say in Noble? Race first?
Come on.
And he ain't lying. The fact is Khalid should have spoke up for his people.
But everyone apart from us adopts that ideology. He didn't just come up with, and Marcus, the great honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, didn't just have a come to Yeshua HaMashiach moment. He saw through experience, done the knowledge, done the history, and saw that everybody else is predominantly for their thing. It's just that black people are so damn loving, and we got that Willing Inch chips and the post-traumatic disorder, trauma within our genetic makeup, that we have this kind of weird outlook, and we're not being as proactive and we're not where we're supposed to be.
Facts.
Because of those things.
Can I let me read to you what Marcus Garvey meant, because there's a lot of people who they don't understand certain things. So when Marcus Garvey said race first, this is what he meant. When Marcus Garvey said race first, he was emphasizing the idea that black people should prioritize their own racial uplift, unity, and economic self-sufficiency before relying on others. It was a call for collective self-determination, pride, and solidarity among people of African descent worldwide. Garvey believed that black people had been oppressed for too long due to the lack of unity and self-reliance. He argued that instead of seeking validation or equality from white society, black people should build their own institutions, businesses, and political structures. This philosophy was central to his universal Negro Negro Improvement Association, UNIA, which promoted Pan-Africanism, economic empowerment, and the eventual return to Africa as a homeland for the African diaspora. Race First was a direct rejection of ideas that prioritized integration into white-dominated systems. Instead, Garvey encouraged black people to develop their own power, recognizing that true freedom and respect could only come through self-sufficiency and unity. Now, for those who may say, where am I reading that from? The white man wrote that. The white man wrote that. So he even understands. He even understands that, man must prioritize every other group understands that. And what I'm getting at is that when you move like that, it's just the same statement as charity starts at home. How can you help someone if you can't help yourself? It's like when they say you can't love until you love yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like the love will be toxic if you love someone. You got to love yourself first before you can build certain relationships and move in certain ways. So what we're trying to get at is Khalid is a complete sellout of his people. Bilal Muhammad is the complete opposite and should be applauded for standing for his people.
And celebrated, man.
And celebrated when he brought that young boy over, and I think the boy lost a limb or something crazy.
His leg.
There you go. And my man sponsored the boy, brought him to the... No, let me reword it. Sponsored the family, brought them to the States, financially looks after them. You know why he did that, Noble? Because although he's from Chicago, he's what you call a Palestinian American. But he loves his people.
Come on.
I've seen him in interviews, damn near tearing up, talking about that. For me, that's honorable because he understands, and this is what I'm saying. That's how I am. That's how I am. Sure. Straight. And what I'm saying is, there's nothing wrong with that. So what I'm getting at is that Khalid, to me, is a joke. I could never support him. I just couldn't, because if you're quiet about, even Drake said something. You're quiet about that. You should have had a picture or a statement like, although I've been really, like my heart bleeds heavy, but instead you're taking pictures, eating food and that. You see what I mean? While your place is literally in tears and you're taking pictures of food and spaghetti and playing jokes and joker, idiot, man.
He's a gluttonous fool with no morals. With no morals, man. No morals or principles. That is one of the most basic things, man. That's one of the most basic. So, yeah, man. Whiteboards, blackboards. These situations, these people are put up for the reason to show us potentially the error of our ways, or opportunities not to make those mistakes. That is an absolute show. You would expect this to be a constant. He should be constantly barraged with tweets and stuff, and other people in the industry saying, "How come you're so quiet, brethren? Hey, we're doing this march. You coming? Hey, going on." So, when a man's going on live taunting quote unquote ops, but they're not going on live trying to get Khalid on there saying, when you gonna speak up on Palestine?
Yeah, man.
Let's flood this thing out, boss.
Yeah, man ain't said nothing, man. The man ain't said nothing. Like, it's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad that people are that disconnected from their people.
So let me bring this back slightly. So they're cussing down Stormzy about the slaughtering that's taking place. Yeah. So what about Congo? Why aren't they saying? Where's the black brethren and the African brethren on the continent or second, third generation saying, Stormzy, I don't care about that thing. How comes your mouth has been so quiet in regards to flipping Congo? Huh?
There you go.
Well, where's the outrage for that? Your brethren.
It was only Shaka Bars, Noble. This is what I keep telling, man. It was only Shaka Bars who was writing it. And then the replies when you go on Instagram and you look at the replies, the mans were like, we don't care. This is a blog page. Like that's what people were saying. It was only him who was like, yeah, but what about what's going on in Congo and that? and people were like, raw responding like this is the wrong page for this. So what I'm getting at is it's fake outrage, man. Let's leave it right there. It's fake outrage. People, the stream's short today, yeah? Real short. We only got 2 hours, but we'll make up for that next week.
Most def.
100%, man. We'll make up for that next week. So what are you saying, Noble?
Another, you blink and you miss it, boss. Another edutaining builds. We touched on some things, combat sport heavy, but it needed to be done, man. Most definitely needed to be done. Interesting bouts to be proceeding in the next few hours, so we'll see what it do. If Manaman's betting, be wise, don't do nothing crazy. Have a wonderful day and weekend. And as I always say, man, listen, try with every moment, with every day, be the best version, man. Be the best version and choose those opportunities to have and perform those random acts of kindness. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. And I ain't talking about like a red note passing off to somebody. Yeah, a purple note passing off to someone. I'm talking about a physical act of kindness.
Facts. Yeah? Even just saying good day.
Come on.